Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Today, we're going to be looking at some step reamers and some carbide burrs from Champion Cutting Tools. But before we get started, Father's Day is right around the corner, and if you're looking for a great gift for dad or someone else important in your life, then Ridge is a great place to go. For example, I've been carrying this Ridge wallet right here for a couple of years now. It holds up to 12 credit cards, it's got room for cash in the back, and it just works out perfect for me. They've got some other great gift ideas, such as this carbon fiber pocket knife. You know, packaging is really important to me, and here, take a look at this. I mean, the box is very well made. It's got a nice print of the knife right here. Got a little card on the inside, and a little felt or velvet, I'm not sure what it is, but it's really cool, and a nice cutout where the knife fits in. Carbon fiber, slim design, nice belt clip on here, nice black blade here, very sharp knife, and easy to retract back. It's just an all-around great gift for dad or anybody that would be important to you. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'd love to have something like this as well. All right, goes back in the box. This goes away. Another great gift idea is this titanium bolt action pen. Now, me as a business owner, I'm using pens all the time, and it's always hard for me to find a really good pen. This one right here, again, packaging is great. Explains how the pen works and a little bit about the pen. And then here it is right here. A nice feel to the hand, a knurled end right here, bolt action, springs back, locks in, super cool. A nice clip right here for your pocket. Got a great feel for it. All right, there's a couple of really good gift ideas right here. If this is something that you're interested in, you can check them out at ridge.com. Now, let's get into some tooling. All right, so let's first take a look at this 8-piece carbide burr kit. You can see it comes in this really nice plastic box right here, and everything is nicely organized in here. Now, these are industrial strength quality tools with double cut flutes for fast material removal. There's different shapes and sizes in here for different uses, and of course the titanium nitride coat for increased tool life. And another good thing about these burrs right here is they're made in the USA. All right, these are the step reamers right here. The step reamers, they come also in a really nice case. I mean, packaging is all about everything for me, and you can see how well they're packaged in here. Now there's 3 different tools in here, and there's 15 different drill sizes in these 3 tools. They're designed for fast cutting, burr-free holes, and you can see, let's take one of these out. And I don't know if you can see, but each step on these reamers right here have the drill size on them, and that's a pretty handy thing to have right there. But you can just tell from the feel of these the good quality of this. Really nice tools, and these are made in the UK. Those guys make some pretty good products for across the pond there. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a couple of examples right here of the capability of what these different burrs do. This particular one is the SC3. You can see it's got a rounded end to it. It could be used for concaving out a weld right here if you needed to. Now, these things are designed for shaping and contouring of fine detailed work, something that a grinder or a flap disc isn't going to be able to handle, or maybe a file, maybe in tight quarters. Again, there's multiple uses for all these different sizes and shapes. I'm just going to give you a couple examples. So we're going to get in here with this one here, and we're just going to kind of remove some material from this weld right here. And then while we're at it, we've got a big burr right here. We may as well take that off. All right, let's get started. All right, you can see that had no problem taking care of that burr right there. And then you can see, you know, even though we didn't get the whole thing, and I could put a different bit in here and it would clean that off real nice. But the point of the whole thing is you're just seeing the metal that it removes and the cleanliness and the detail of it. So again, just an example right here. I'll put a different bit on right now, a little bit larger one. We're going to go with the SC5, and then maybe it'll just cover from end to end on this and do a real nice job of cleaning that out. Let me get this changed out and we'll take a closer look at that. All right, so I went ahead and changed out, and I actually put in the SD5. This is the rounded end. You know, maybe this could be a use for something like this bit right here. So let's just try to run it and see if we can make a really clean contour in this weld here. All right, look at how clean that is. That removed that metal. It's nice and smooth and did a great job. You know, this is just one example of how these burrs work in tight quarters like that. Did a clean job. It's got a nice contour to it. You know, it's not, you don't use them every day, but when you need them, you certainly need them. And if you're doing something like this would really work out good for that. Let's try something different. All right, so I've switched over to the SC5 right here. A similar type of bit as the SD5. This has just got a longer barrel to it, if you will. You know, the radius on the end is the same. Again, all we're trying to do is if you had a situation where you needed to remove a little bit of metal right here, let's just see, something like this one probably would work pretty good. All right, you can see how that worked. You get the idea of how it just removes. It does a really good job of removing metal. Now these things can also be used in probably drill motors. I'm using a die grinder. They also could probably be used in an air die grinder as well. It has a lot more RPMs. Maybe they work well too, but this demonstration, I'll be using just the die grinder for this. You can see that worked out pretty good there. Let's try something different. All right, I got an SA5 on here. All right, so maybe you have an area that's hard to get to and you need something like this and you need to kind of smooth it out or flatten it out. A small little area right here. Let's see how that works. Sure removes metal really quickly, and you know, nice smooth finish right there. And now let's just say you want to cut a detail or something in there, a little step or something. We're going to use the end of this to do that. Let's see what that looks like. you know, you can shape, you can contour, you can do some fine detailing work with this stuff. And like I said, hey, it's not something you use in the shop every day, but boy, when you need it, you need it. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a situation where I've needed to do some detail work and I can't get the files in there, I can't get the grinder in there to do it. And stuff like this will just give you that ability to be able to get into those tight quarters and do what you need to do. All right, let's look at something else. All right, well, here's a common situation for me. This one right here is the SF5, and this is what I see a lot. You know, when I go to the metal supply store, I get oftentimes I get material cut to size, or at least cut in half, cut in lengths. And what they have for a saw down there is a big carborundum type of blade saw, and when it cuts through, it just leaves these really nasty burrs everywhere. And you know, here's a good example of right here how you can clean that up. Maybe on the outside. Quick and easy, and yes, can a file do that? Yes, it can, but you know what? That worked out really good, nice and smooth, really easy. There's a good example, another good example of the ability these tools have. All right, so I think we've gone through quite a bit and given you some examples, not everything obviously, but some examples of where you would use some carbide burrs. All right, so let's take a look at the step reamer now and see its capabilities. Okay, so how many times you guys have this situation where I have many times in my younger years is where you got a 1/2 inch hole, and a lot of people, well, not a lot, but some homeowner type people may not have any drills bigger than a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch seems to be the max that comes into standard drill kit. And I know I've done this many times in my life where I've needed to actually open this hole up a little bit bigger because the 1/2 inch hole wasn't quite big enough. So I have done this many times in my life, and yeah, annoying that is, I should say. All right, so this is a 1/2 inch hole. I'm needing to get a 9/16 bolt or shaft through it. This thing is marked right here, 9/16. I'm just going to go ahead and get this right on here. Go right through the first one right there. And there it is. I'm able to get that through. All right, so now let's just say you want to step up to 5/8. Again, same bit right here. It is marked on there 5/8. They're very similar to step drills. A little bit longer shaft. Holes are a little bit larger than step drills usually are. Put this in. All right, just like that. That works out. So that's just an example right there of how quick and easy the step reamer is if you had a situation like this. Now, maybe some people do have drill bits that are this big. Well, that's not a problem. But what if you had a bigger hole? Something bigger that you needed to actually open up larger, where a lot of people now don't have drill bits that are 7/8, 1 inch, 1.1 something like that. Let's use that example. All right, so here's another example right here. I've got a hole here that's probably 3/4 of an inch, and I've got a 7/8 inch piece of all thread or bolt that needs to get in this hole right here. Again, a lot of people aren't going to have a drill bit this big. Well, I got a big step reamer right here, and this marked 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, 1 inch, an 1.1 Now I'm pretty sure this is a 7/8 inch diameter, so I'm going to take this to the 7/8. I'm going to drill it through, and let's see how that works. That's the 13/16 right there. That's the 7/8. Just like that. Smooth and easy. Very little burrs at all, if anything, on the back side. Pretty clean, effortlessly. Just again, some examples of how to use step reamers. There's a place for them. You don't use them every day, but like I say, when you need them, you need them. All right, there you go. That's just some examples of how to use these tools, and I can tell you this is going to be a good addition to the arsenal, the tool arsenal, and my toolbox. If you think you might be interested in these tools or any other quality Champion tools, you can go to their website at championcuttingtools.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.